jump, he's gonna jump, he's gonna jump. Coming up, there he is. Oh, nice fish.
All right, guys, here we go. It hasn't even been 24 hours since I had to hand line that last swordfish into the boat after the line snapped. Man, was that intense. If you guys haven't seen that episode, it's on last week's episode. So today, guys, I got back to the dock yesterday. My buddy Paulie's busted me out, wanting to go sword fishing. So it's a day later, I'm back out there. At the end of the video today, guys, I'm going over my swordfish box I carry on the boat, the equipment I have when I'm sword fishing. So stay tuned till the end, and I'll cover all of my gear. Grab your life jackets and hang on, and welcome aboard today's adventure. All right, guys, welcome to today's episode. We got kind of a wild one for you. I'm going to give you a little background on the episode. Obviously, I'm sitting on the Falcon here today. It's a windy day in the Keys, but I'm going to give you a little background on this episode. We're on my buddy Paulie's boat. I fish with him quite a bit. You guys have seen me out Pulley Ridge with him, the Tortugas with him. I was sword fishing with him and Josh last year. We caught a double on his boat. Typically when I fish swords with Paul, I bring my gear over to his place. We just jump on his boat and go. He's got a Freeman, loves running out in his boat. So that's kind of what we do when he wants to go sword fishing. So today, I got kind of a special treat. I got to meet Nolan. Nolan's 18 years old. He's one of the best sword fishermen I've fished with. I can tell you guys that for a fact, and he's 18. He fishes frequently as a mate on one of the #1 boats in the Keys, as far as being recognized on YouTube as a sword fishing boat, and he fishes on a large sport fisher as well. So he's very, very versed with sword fishing. So for me, it was kind of a treat to have another guy on board. So what happens today? We head offshore. We get to the spot out there. I pick the spot. I'm looking. It's an area I've only fished one time. And I kind of move off the area where I knew I caught one before. I'm about a mile away. Like, all right, I just had a hunch I wanted to drop in a certain spot. Nolan and Paul are getting the gear ready. I'm getting the boat position. We do the drop. As soon as we hit the bottom on the tip rod, the fish whacks it right away. We get bit right away. We play cat and mouse with the fish for about 15 minutes probably before we get him to commit, bite the bait, and hook the fish. So in that time frame, what's going on, we didn't even have time to really discuss who's going to do what as far as driving the boat, who's going to handle the fish, who's going to do this. We kind of, Nolan said, I'll kind of take the rods, maybe I'll run the boat, but we really didn't have a firm game plan laid out, even though we're both, either one of us can do any of the tasks associated with sword fishing. So we hook the fish, we get going, and you guys are going to see what happens. But it was not chaotic. It's always chaotic when you're sword fishing, but it was fun chaos. And like I said, it was great fishing with him and Paul on their boat, and we hooked this fish right away. And you're going to see the fish coming at the motors and doing what swordfish do. So you guys grab your life jackets, hang on, welcome aboard today's adventure. All right, guys, all with Paulie and the crew here. Everybody say hi. Hi. We're just starting the process. We just loaded a fish. Paulie, Nolan. All right, Nolan's getting the buoy in. We got 1,500 revs, 1,500 to the weight. All right, we're gonna see what's shaking. You guys know how it goes with sword fishing. This is just the start. Oh, there he's dogging me. He's dogging me a little now.
Good, good.
Oh,
Big old head shakes.
Big old head shakes, okay. Hey, what do you want this one? This, right?
Nolan, 1 second. This goes here, right?
Hey, just give me a second. We're not quite ready yet. 200, Nolan, 200. Is this the way you want it, right?
No, it's not going to work. It has to go through the hand.
150, Nolan. I'm almost, Nolan, I'm going to need you. The weight's coming. Weight's going to be at about 80. Tell me where you want the boat.
Looking good.
Where do you want the boat? You want it right there?
Yeah.
You want me to back up when the weight comes?
Perfect. We're going to keep it coming up. The drag's light enough where I can stop the dacron with my hand.
Yep, that's what I like to. Here it comes. You're 10 feet.
There. Just help me hold that rod.
No, grab a gap. Grab a gap, Paul. We're going to open my tips.
It's over there.
Fish is right there. All right, good. I'm just got him on. Nolan, get the poon ready. He's coming at us. Get him, Nolan, get him.
If somebody needs to drive the boat, Paul, you gotta get on the wheel. I'll get on the
Which way you want?
Just make sure if he comes towards our motor.
Oh, I'll get you. Yeah.
He's good. Hey, we still got time. A lot of times when the weight comes off, it's not a small fish. It's definitely at least a gaffer fish. So it's gonna be maybe even an hour on the leader. So it's all good. I would turn out that way.
I'm coming. Nolan, take a step left. I can't see the line. Okay, hold on. What's my number on that counter, Paulie?
50.
You should be able to see the fish down in the water.
Well, you got us messed up back here, bro. What do you want me to do?
Hang on. He's coming at him.
It's coming out, Magic.
Coming up. He's gonna jump. Coming up. There he is. Nice fish. Is he on yet?
Yeah, he's still on.
All right.
All right, drive out this way. Go. Go. All right, you good. He's right under the boat. You're good. Hey, he's just a gaffer. We're gonna stick him with a gaff, no poon. It's a nice kill fish though.
Yep.
Just keep doing your circles. He's gonna want to charge them motors.
Yeah, we'll see if he comes at him again.
They love charging them Freeman motors, I swear. Hey, you're gonna hit him anywhere you can. I'm gonna come behind you with the second gaff. Grab the second gaff.
You're doing it.
Ow! Okay. Nolan, get up here. He's coming in. Hold on.
Yeah, keep turning left. He's right down there. I got a deep color. I see him. Very good. You're good. He's looking pretty good. I saw it in the corner.
He's a $1.50, $1.75, maybe two. Well, he's going down. He's not gonna dog me now. Hold on. Let's let him settle in. Okay, I'll work back in on him. He's coming back up. He's gonna jump again.
Get your camera out, yeah.
The cameras are on. The cameras are rolling. Coming back up, guys. Coming back to the top.
Let me get that one later. Hit him with that one. Leave him in the holder for now, though. It's gonna be a minute. It's a nice fish.
You got him, Nolan? Where is he? Point at him.
Good. He's right straight down. Just keep doing this left circle. You'll be good. I got deep color right there. You see him?
All right, coming around.
Perfect.
I like the 450s.
So a lot of times, guys, if you look down, you can see the fish is not far. Yeah, keep making that left circle.
Guys, come see him right there.
Keep going. Left with the motors. Yeah, he's getting keep going.
I got him. If I got a throttle, oh wait, here it comes. A little more juice.
Right there.
I'm running the boat. Make it harder.
49 reps, Nolan.
He's right there.
Just gotta take our time. We'll get him up. He's coming up now.
You know how this game goes.
Yep. Hold on.
Perfect, looking good. Straight down right now.
Okay.
He just wants them motors.
Oh yeah, here he comes again. Coming at him again. Oh, hang on. That's the hardest people. All right, now he's going out. It's all right. I'll work back up on him.
Yeah, we can just tire him out at this point. I mean,
Yeah,
he's so good. There ain't no.
You see where the hook is?
Right in the corner.
Is it?
He came up jumping, and you could see the line just hanging
Okay.
on the line. It's right in the corner, or it's down deep.
Okay.
Because
He maybe went down deep.
He might have choked it down, honestly.
Well, that's why I had you drop it again.
No, that was.
But did you notice until we started really getting aggressive with the bait, he didn't bite it again?
You were so right about that. He was falling that thing the whole
Yeah, no. But this is shit I know. You're playing Camp Mouse with you bastard. All right. We're at 55 again. That's his spot that he likes.
Yeah, it's all good. It's gonna be a minute. It's been an hour. Yeah, he's charging the motors at easily 100 pounds fish. For every 100 pounds, it's usually an hour on the leader after you get the limit. But that fish is still greedy. He's not tired at all. Yeah, it's a solid fish. It's 120 for sure.
Oh, he's
Come here, you can see him
a nice fish.
You see it?
Oh, yeah, you can see him down in the water. Go in the back, you guys. No one, I can't see the line right now. Okay, there you go.
Okay, guys, we're working on this fish. I'm cutting out a bunch of video here because very bizarre. This fish just kept circling, coming, following the motors. Usually they'll do that a few times and then they boogie on back down to the thermocline 500-600 feet down. This guy just kept staying at him. So
I'm gonna reverse it right now.
Keep going, keep going.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Hit the red button.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Hit him again, hit him again.
Nice.
Hit him again, Paul. Hit him with the gap.
Get the gaff in him. In the head, Paul.
Hit him hard.
In the head.
Hit him.
In the head. Get that gaff in there.
All right, easy. Stop. All
right.
Watch out. Go to the back.
Everybody stay out of the way.
Go to
Okay.
the back. Free spool it.
Already on it.
I'm coming in with him. Coming in or going to the back?
Take him to the back. You want to take him around? Watch it. Over. Everybody else out of the way. Everybody out of the way. Everybody out of the way.
Yeah.
Watch out, Nolan. Get out of the way. He ain't done yet.
He ain't done, I agree.
My God, so
Hey, hold your
deep.
gap to him. He's fucking.
Hold it. Nolan, get out of the way of the sword.
We're good. I got him.
All right.
I don't want him beating up the boat.
No, he'll shred everything up there.
Guys. Give me a high five.
Yeah, buddy. That's it, baby.
That's her right there.
2 swords, 2 days.
Nothing. We killed him.
okay, guys, let's talk the gaff shot. As soon as Nolan got the first gaff in the fish, you heard both him and I screaming to Paul, get him with the other gaff, get the gaff in his head. Guys, when you get to this point with a swordfish, and if you haven't done this before, when you get to this point, you got one gaff in him, there's no harpoon in him, he is going to go crazy. And sometimes it's all you can do to hold him alongside the boat with 2 gaffs. With 1 gaff, that fish easily could flip off the gaff, take off. I've had them break a rod tip right off next to the boat when they bolted in that situation. So that's why immediately Nolan and I are screaming to Paul, hit him in the head with the other gaff. We need the other gaff in him. With 2 gaffs, you can control the fish a lot better. Less chance of him actually taking off, breaking something, and possibly getting loose.
All right, guys, good afternoon from Little Torch Key. Today I'm going to, instead of doing catch and cook on the one we caught on this episode, I'm going to go through some of my sword gear I got here. So mandatory stuff on my boat all the time when we're sword fishing. This is the harpoon spool. I've got a little smaller line. It's 1/4 inch. If you're going to put it in a basket, you want 3/8 inch. Because this will tangle up and turn into a shit show. But I got about 1,000 feet on this spool. The spool sits up against the back of the boat like this. So the line comes out the bottom. You don't want it here where this can connect. This is broke too. You saw in the last episode, Swordfish beat the living shit out of this. And we got duct tape back together. I think she'll hold for another couple runs, but there's 1,000 feet on here, guys. So that gets put on the harpoon. If in the event you hammer a great big fish and he takes off, and I've had a small fish peel off 700 feet of line on that thing. Well, let's just say you got a big one and he's going. I've got another 1,000 feet here. There's a loop on the end of that already set up. So if that's starting to get to the bottom, I've got this one out. I'm grabbing it, getting it out, getting it ready. This will clip onto the loop on the bottom of that. On the top of this, I've got a light. Right? Twist on, twist off. So the light is prepared and ready to clip on the end of this. There's a loop on the end of that as well. There might not be a loop on the end of that. I take that back. I didn't peel that off, but if we get down to the end, we've got 2,000 feet of line there. This will clip on the end of it along with the buoy. So speaking of the buoy, this is the buoy that I typically use when I'm fishing the buoy rod. If we've got a fish on and he's big and we got the dart in him, this is already going to be in the boat one way or the other, whether it's on this rod or the tip rod. So we will have this in the boat. If not, I have a spare. But if we harpoon a big fish, and with swordfish, guys, you got to be mentally prepared for anything because anything can happen. But if we harpoon a big fish, he dumps dumps 2,000 feet, this is getting clipped on the end with that line. Because if he's that big and he dumped that much line, we're going to be out there a while. In the box. So for the LP, I have another spool already rigged up. I run a towel around it, tape it on there. That's already rigged up in the event we break off. Gloves. You guys have been watching my channel for a while. You've seen me get cut up with a sword before. I have to go and get stitches. I used to always just use lobster gloves. They will slice right through them. So what goes on inside of them initially are, these are, I believe they're Rapala. These are metal gloves. They're not slicing through these things. So these go on inside of those when I'm handling the fish. Got an extra set of just gloves to help drag and handle them in there. I've got another set on the boat as well. But really, when we're to that point, the guy handling the sword needs those gloves on. Wind on leader right here. I got a 100-footer, so that's an extra. For the buoy rod, 60-pound, 1,500 feet long. I've got an extra buoy set up. If you get out there and you're out there at night, and I've done this a number of times, it's not a lot of fun to be out there at night fighting a big swordfish when you got somebody's got it in the front of the boat holding their iPhone. Not a good situation. So this is what I rigged up. So I've got an LED light. This will drop down in the rod holder on the side of the boat and plug in. So if we're getting where it's getting evening, you got a big one on, this will slide down in my rod holder. The side of the boat is here, and this is shining out from the side. Now this is very important. It's not up and behind me, it's in front of me, so the light's not shining into my eyes. It's shining from the side of the boat out to where the swordfish is. If we're in a normal wind condition, normal current, the swordfish will be on the port side of the boat because that's where the rod's going to be. When we hook him, we keep him on the port side. This thing covers about 15 to 30, almost covers about 180. Maybe it's 100, I think it's 130 degrees. It gives a great light arc. It puts out a lot of light. So that will pop in to one of my 3 plug-ins on the boat. It just plugs in. I made the cord long enough where we can move it around the boat if we have to. You hear me talking on the last video, Art, get me the meat hooks. Okay? They're like ice hooks, hay bale hooks, meat hooks. What I do with these, when we get the sword up there, I'll have one hand on the gloves. You hook this into the swordfish eye. It's like hooking your hand here. Once you have it into the eye, it's not coming out. It's solid. Versus if you just have the gaff in there and you got 2 or 3 guys pulling on the fish, 2 guys on gas, at some point, one of them is going to rip out of the fish and it's going to get somebody. These make it very easy to pull the fish into the boat. If I have a fish 200 pounds or less, I can eye hook him and rip him right in the boat by myself if he's under 200. Once we start getting 2 1/4, 250, doing it alone gets a little difficult at that point. Swordfish flag, mandatory. You got to fly the flag when you come back home, guys. I got a couple of them on the boat. A couple other squid skirts. I've got more in the tackle box. I've got another buoy on the boat. I don't have the flag mounted, but I do have an extra flag. Point in the summer, when you have your buoy, if you're fishing a buoy rod, and I personally do not recommend fishing the buoy till you've put at least 20 fish on your boat. And you guys are going to be like, it's going to take me forever to get 20 if you haven't done this. Trust me, if you start doing it, you need to learn what the fish do, how to handle the fish, how to handle the boat, how to handle the rod when you have a fish on. If you have a buoy rod out there and you haven't done this, you're going to be in a complete shit show if you got a decent fish on. You're going to have an issue. Trust me. I was given some really good advice by one of the firefighters out of Fort Lauderdale I fished with when I first started. It's like, Matt, don't fish that buoy rod till you've had 25 fish in the boat. You need to learn the process. And it's a lot different than anything else we do, guys, as far as fishing. Totally different program. What else we got in the bag? I just rigged this up. You guys have not seen it yet. It's a 3-2. I'm going to show you guys this on the next big fish. This I can clip on the side of my boat. It'll come down the port side. I've got it, so the boat's running this way, just the way she is back there. There's a rear door on the stern on the port side. I've got that set up where I can rig it up on the rear door, hook up on the swordfish, and pull him into the boat. There's five pulleys here. These are sailboat pulleys. They won't rust. They won't fall apart. They're made for the ocean. But 5 pulleys will reduce the weight of the fish 5 times. So if I have a 500-pounder, it's equivalent to me pulling in 100 pounds of weight. Couple extra leashes. You can buy the fancy coily ones. I don't remember what they cost, or I bought like a 4 or 5 pack of dog leashes for like $8 or $10. Changed it out to stainless steel clamp. If you can hold your Rottweiler, you should be able to hold on to your rod with these. So I got a couple extras of those in there as well, and a couple extra ropes. One of the ropes is set up for this to tie to. The other one, if we need an extra tail rope, and I've got a few other ropes on the boat as well, in case we need to tail rope a fish, I do have a rope in a separate compartment that's easier to access than the box. Also on the boat, I've got a big coffin style box up front of the Ocean Master, but instead of tucking the fish in there, cutting the bill off, getting that all messy, they're big, and it's in the front of the boat. So I would rather have the body bag. This thing works absolutely fantastic. It's starting to show a little age because it's been getting abused a lot, because this is what happens. But anyway, so it's a pretty big body bag. It's probably 8 feet. I'd have to unroll it. I'm sure it's like 8 feet by 3 feet there. So I can get a really large fish in that. Once we get the fish into the boat, he gets put into the bag, and it's a really, really big fish. When I'm coming in through the back door, this thing's getting laid, so I'm pulling the fish into the bag so I don't have to try to wrestle him in it once we get the fish in the boat. So these are some of the things that I carry, but this box is on the boat when we're fishing. Do you need everything in the box? No. You don't. You maybe don't need the extra line, the extra spool, the extra wind on. You could go out and break off and just go home. You don't need those in there. But you better have a couple thousand feet of rope, whether it's 1/4 or 3/8. The light setup's fantastic. I'm probably into this thing for, I don't know, it's under $40. And this thing works amazing. I brought it, you guys watched my earlier episodes, I brought a couple really big ones in with flashlights and with iPhones. Not a lot of fun. So anyway, those I would say everything else is mandatory but the line and the wind on. You wouldn't have to have, or maybe like your extra flag. But everything else you're going to want on the boat if you're sword fishing. You have to be prepared. The swordfish, just hooking and catching one, guys, there's a lot going on. And if you're going to go out and do it, you need to have the tools necessary to do the job on your vessel, because the last thing you want to do is hook a 500-pounder and not be prepared. And obviously the harpoon's on the boat right now. I've got the harpoon. I got 2 gaffs. A guy should probably have 2 harpoons on the boat, but it's just, and I will probably add another one here shortly at some point, but you need 1 harpoon, 2 gaffs, the meat hooks. The meat hooks work phenomenal for getting the fish in the boat. So that's my swordfish. That's the red box you hear me refer to all the time when I'm on videos and we get a fish up to the boat and I'm talking to whoever's on the boat. Say, go to the red box, get this, get that. This thing's sitting up in front and it's ready to go.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in on today's episode. Nice shot here of Nolan with the swordfish. You guys, if you haven't had a chance yet, please smash that subscribe button. That keeps me motivated to produce more content for you guys. And remember, guys, these videos are free. So, I mean, this is fun for us, but it's free educational stuff for you guys. And if you enjoyed today's video, give me a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or comments, shoot them over, guys. I'll answer all of them every day. Captain Matt, Marathon Sport Fishing, signing off for today.